I want to tell you something that's going to shock you. That voice in your head that tells you you're not good enough, that's not your voice. The one that says you can't do it, you'll fail, you're not smart enough, not talented enough, not worthy enough, that's not you talking. And once you understand where that voice really comes from, once you see it clearly, everything changes because you've been fighting the wrong battle. You've been trying to fix yourself when you were never broken. You've been at war with a voice that was never yours to begin with. Let me ask you something. When was the first time you told yourself you weren't good enough? Think about it. Really think about it. You can't remember, can you? Because you didn't. Someone else did. A parent who was frustrated. A teacher who was careless. A friend who was jealous. A society that profited from your insecurity. They spoke and you listened. And somewhere along the way, their voice became the voice in your head. That's the secret most people never discover. Negative self-talk is not self-talk. It's other talk that you've internalized. Let me show you how this happens. A child is born, pure potential, no negative self-talk, no voice saying you can't. They try everything. They fail constantly. And they don't care. They fall down learning to walk. Do they say, I'm such a failure, I'll never walk? No. They get up and try again, because the voice hasn't been installed yet. But then it begins. Don't be stupid. What's wrong with you? You'll never amount to anything. Why can't you be more like your sister? Each statement is a seed, and over time, these seeds grow into the voice that sounds like you, the voice that feels like truth, the voice that runs constantly in the background of your mind. But it's not you. It never was. It's a compilation, a greatest hits album of every criticism, every judgment, every negative statement that was ever directed at you. You're not talking to yourself. You're being talked to by ghosts. Now here's where it gets deep. Your subconscious mind, that powerful, incredible processor, has one primary job: keep you safe, not happy, not successful, not fulfilled, safe. And in its calculation, the safest thing is to keep you from taking risks, from standing out, from trying things where you might fail. So it uses the negative voice as a weapon. Don't apply for that job. You'll get rejected. Don't start that business. You'll fail. Don't pursue that dream. You'll look foolish. Your mind thinks it's protecting you, but it's imprisoning you. And the tool it uses, the voice. That compilation of every negative thing anyone ever said to you. It plays it on repeat because it works. It keeps you small. It keeps you safe. But safe is another word for stuck. Let me tell you about a woman I worked with. Brilliant, talented, capable of extraordinary things, but paralyzed by negative self-talk. I'm not smart enough. I'm not experienced enough. I'm not worthy of success. The voice was relentless. One day I asked her, whose voice is that really? She looked confused. What do you mean? It's my voice. No, I said. Close your eyes. Listen to that voice. Whose voice does it sound like? She closed her eyes, listened, and started crying. It's my father's voice, she whispered. Her father who was critical, who never praised, who always pointed out what was wrong. He'd been dead for 10 years, but his voice was still running her life. Once she saw it, once she realized that voice wasn't her, everything shifted. She could hear it without believing it. She could recognize it as old programming, not present truth. And slowly she began to replace it with her actual voice, the one that had been buried under decades of borrowed criticism, and her life transformed. Here's what most people don't understand. You were programmed without your permission, without your awareness. Every time someone criticized you, every time you were told you couldn't, every time you were made to feel less than, that was code being written into your subconscious. And now that code runs automatically, in the background, constantly. It's not your fault. You didn't choose it, but it's your responsibility to rewrite it. Because here's the truth. You're not stuck with the programming you received. You're not doomed to listen to that voice forever. You can rewrite the code. You can install a new voice. But first, you have to recognize that the current voice isn't yours. The negative voice is convincing for 3 reasons. Reason 1, It uses the first person. It says, I'm not good enough, not you're not good enough. So you think it's you talking, but it's not. It's the internalized voice of others, translated into first person by your subconscious. It's a ventriloquist act. And you've been fooled into thinking the dummy is speaking on its own. Reason 2. It sounds like reality. The voice doesn't say maybe you're not good enough. It says you are not good enough. It speaks with absolute certainty. And certainty is convincing, even when it's certainly wrong. Reason 3. It's been rehearsed for years. You've heard this voice so many times that it's become your default. Repetition creates reality in the mind. The voice has been repeated so often that your brain accepts it as truth without question. But repetition doesn't make something true. It just makes it familiar. Now let me tell you something beautiful. Underneath that negative voice is your real voice, and it's been there all along. Your real voice doesn't criticize. It doesn't condemn. It doesn't tell you you're not enough. Your real voice encourages. It believes. It sees your potential. It's the voice that whispers maybe you can when the negative voice shouts you can't. It's the voice that says try again when the negative voice says give up. It's been drowned out, but it hasn't disappeared. And the moment you recognize the negative voice for what it is, borrowed, programmed, not yours, your real voice can finally be heard. Here's a powerful exercise. Next time the negative voice speaks, pause. Don't believe it. Don't fight it. Just pause and ask, whose voice is this, really? Listen carefully. Often you'll recognize it. It's your father's criticism, your mother's worry, your teacher's dismissal, your ex's judgment. It's someone else's voice that you've been carrying. And once you identify the source, the power drains from it, because you can say, that's not my voice. That's my father's voice, and I don't have to listen to it anymore. You can return the voice to its owner. Now here's something important. Not all voices from others are negative. Some served you, some built you up, some believed in you. Those voices are in there too. The teacher who said you were gifted, the parent who said you could do anything, the friend who saw your potential. Those voices are just as programmed, but they're programmed with truth and belief. So when you're rewriting your internal dialogue, don't just remove the negative. Replace it with the positive voices you've received. And if you never received those voices, then borrow them from people who achieved what you want to achieve. Install my voice. Install the voice of champions. Install the voice of possibility. Your mind doesn't care where the programming comes from. It just runs what's installed. So install something empowering. Understand this. There's a battle happening in your mind right now. On one side, the negative voice, the borrowed voice, the voice of limitation and fear. On the other side, your real voice, the voice of potential, the voice of truth. And whichever voice you feed, whichever voice you listen to, believe and act from, that's the voice that wins. So the question becomes, which voice are you feeding? Every time you believe the negative voice, you're feeding it, making it stronger, giving it more power. Every time you question it, challenge it, replace it, you're feeding your real voice. You're choosing which program runs your life. Here's your new protocol. Step 1. Recognize it. That's the voice. That's the programmed voice. That's not me. Don't fight it. Don't argue with it. Just recognize it. Step 2. Identify the source. Whose voice is this? Where did I learn this? Name it. Place it. Understand. It's borrowed. Step 3. Question it. Is this actually true, or is this just old programming? Most of the time it's just old programming. Step 4. Replace it. What would my real voice say? What would someone who believed in me say? Then say that instead. Step 5. Act from the new voice. Don't just think the new thought. Act from it, because action cements the new programming. Here's what happens when you do this consistently. The negative voice gets quieter, not because you've destroyed it, but because you've stopped feeding it, and your real voice gets louder. Over time, weeks, months, your internal dialogue shifts. You catch yourself speaking to yourself with kindness, with encouragement, with belief, and your entire life changes as a result. Because here's the truth. The way you talk to yourself determines everything. Your confidence, your decisions, your persistence, your results. Change the voice, and you change your life. So here's what I'm inviting you to do. Stop accepting that negative voice as truth. Stop treating it like it's you. Stop giving it authority over your life. Recognize it for what it is, borrowed programming from people who didn't know your potential. And then consciously, deliberately, courageously install a new voice. The voice of belief, the voice of possibility, the voice of your real self. That voice has been waiting your whole life to be heard. Imagine waking up tomorrow and the first thing you hear in your mind is, "Today is full of possibility. I'm capable of amazing things. I'm growing and learning and becoming." Instead of, "I'll probably mess this up. I'm not good enough. Why even try?" That's not fantasy. That's available to you right now. Not through years of therapy, not through some mystical transformation, through the simple, powerful act of recognizing that negative voice isn't yours and choosing to install a better one. I started by telling you that the negative voice in your head isn't yours, and I hope by now you see it clearly. You've been carrying voices that were never yours, running programs you never chose, living by scripts written by people who didn't know your destiny. But you're not a victim of your programming. You're the programmer. You have the power to rewrite the code, to choose which voice runs your life. So choose your real voice, the one that believes, the one that encourages, the one that sees your magnificent potential, because that voice, that's the truth. The negative voice is the lie. The borrowed voice is the imposter. The critical voice is the ghost. Your real voice, the voice of your highest self, that's what's been trying to speak all along. So today, right now, make a decision. I will no longer accept the negative voice as truth. I will no longer give power to borrowed criticism. I will no longer let ghosts run my life. I will install my real voice. I will speak to myself the way I would speak to someone I deeply love and believe in, because that's what I am. That's what I deserve. That's what's true. The voice you choose today will write your future tomorrow. Choose wisely.